All right, I'm live for a session of Final Fantasy VI. Now, as I am live, and I'll say this for archival purposes, this is not the first time I've been streaming Final Fantasy VI. In fact, I did a run on YouTube right before I moved my streams to Twitch. Now, I've decided that my playthrough of Final Fantasy VI on YouTube would be dropped because I accidentally screwed up on my playthrough. What happened was I accidentally hit a button and it loaded a save state that I had saved before, and it put me way back where I was at the time. So rather than restart and then just do it all over again, I decided to drop it and then maybe come back to it at a later time. Well, with the release of the Pixel remaster of Final Fantasy VI, which ended that series of Pixel remasters, I figured now might be a good time to come back to Final Fantasy VI. Now, the version I am going to be playing is, of course, the original on the Super Nintendo, which, looking back, is not the most ideal version in terms of translation and the bugs and all that. But if you ask me, I still think this game has its charm that I think makes the game hold up still for its, unique purposes, I guess. But granted, I'd argue there is a better translation that has been released since the Game Boy Advance port, even though that's not the version I prefer anymore. It was the first version I played back then, but I still think the Super Nintendo version for a long time has been my go-to version because the music is incredible in the Super Nintendo version. Graphically, the game held up a lot better because on the Game Boy Advance port, the colors looked a little washed out, and that was kind of typical of Game Boy Advance ports of games that were on the Super Nintendo. And, other things too. So, however, I did take a look at the Pixel remaster just to see how it looked and how it sounded, and for the most part, that Pixel remaster does hold up. It's not what I would call a perfect version of the game, but I'd say it came close enough. I do have some nitpicks with the Pixel remaster from what I've seen and heard, but they're minor. So, hopefully, my experience on the Pixel remaster, when I finally play it all the way through, I really hope it is a worthwhile remaster. Because, I kid you not, one of the big reasons was the music. I was thinking to myself, if they botch the music, I'm not getting that Pixel remaster. Then I've heard some of the music, and I'm like, okay, good. I didn't want them screwing up the music, because the music is so damn good in this game. So, that's exactly why I'm coming back to this. So yeah, this is going to be quite the game to come back to, for sure. And as the title says, as I'm live, this is my favorite video game of all time. Now, when I archive this, it's just going to be a basic title, the title of the game, the number shot, like first shot, second shot. It's just my way of saying session. But anyway, yeah, Final Fantasy VI is my favorite video game of all time. And hold on a second. Okay. I was just checking something. So Final Fantasy VI is my favorite video game, and if I have to explain in simpler terms, I'll just provide an explanation to why Final Fantasy VI is my favorite video game of all time. The story kept me engaged from beginning to end. The characters I really like. The music is phenomenal. Visually, the game looked amazing for the time, and it had story beats that still held up for me. And I really haven't found many games that have come this close of the sheer greatness that Final Fantasy VI has. And I would even go as far as to say there's a few elements in Final Fantasy VI that were kind of unheard of for video games at the time. Like, usually in video games, it's up to the player to beat the bad guy. And, oh, the bad guys don't win. Oh, yeah, Final Fantasy VI, the bad guy actually wins at one point. He doesn't fully succeed, but he does gain a victory. That was fucking unheard of back then. And this game did it. And also, there's some heavy subject matters that I'm actually surprised the game achieved back then. So, while it does have heavy subjects, it also has its lighter moments. So, there is definitely a balance. Now, yes, the second half of the game is seen as a bit of a debatable area in the game, but I honestly think the second half works to the game's benefit. And that's exactly why I really enjoy Final Fantasy VI. I mean, there's big moments in this game, but there's certainly smaller moments that still left an impression on me. Like, this game never, ever lets go of the player. Like, it keeps the player invested if the player really cares about these characters and where the storyline's going. Like, this game never bores me. It always keeps me wanting to come back to it from time to time. That's why I love this game. And yeah, and no joke, for a 2D game with characters as sprites, like, this game does evoke an emotional response to the player. And it's because the writing is so good, the music is so good, like, the game is just well tuned from beginning to end. I would argue, if there's anything worth nitpicking, the Colosseum. Now, if there's anything the Pixel Remaster could benefit from any fixes, is that Colosseum. Now, if it's automatic like the original, then that nitpick still resides. But even with the nitpick aside, it's still a phenomenal game. And I don't know, there's something special about Final Fantasy VI that just stuck to me for such a long time. And in light of recent events, especially with what's going on in Ukraine, and, you know, I'm just going to say it, but keep in mind, I'm trying to kind of paint a bit of a picture of should you play this game right now at this time. Some of the stuff in Final Fantasy VI, I would argue, is quite timely for what's going on right now. And what's even better about Final Fantasy VI is that what it's saying and what it's trying to get across is universal. And I would even go as far as to say it's timeless. This game may have came out from 1994, but it still holds up. It's still worth playing to this very day. And the versions you should play are either the original Super Nintendo version and the Pixel Remaster. I would not go as far as to recommend you the Game Boy Advance port because the music took a hit, and the PS1 version has load times. Plus, the music sounds a little off in places. And also, please, for the love of God, avoid the iOS ports if you have access to them. Although those were delisted on Steam, but I have it with the hopes of modding the damn game, and yeah, I do regret purchasing it. I didn't bother with Final Fantasy V because, frankly, I wasn't the biggest fan of that game. But I'm glad the Pixel Remaster is nowhere... let me rephrase. I'm glad the Pixel Remaster of Final Fantasy VI is nothing like the shitty 2014 port. So, I'm very glad it's not the case. Because I would have been pissed if this was another lazy port of a fantastic video game. So, there's that. Anyway, I'm going to get started on Final Fantasy VI. Now, of course, since I'm playing this on the since I'm playing the Super Nintendo version, of course, this will mean that the game will be titled as Final Fantasy III. Now, I'm sure Final Fantasy fans know this, but in case you are not in the know, here's what happened. When us Americans got Final Fantasy for the Nintendo Entertainment System, we had it as, well, Final Fantasy. Here's the thing, 2 and 3 did not come to the US, and this was likely because of the fact that the NES was in its later stages of its life cycle, and the Super Nintendo was on the way. Mind you, the original Final Fantasy was released in 1990 in the United States. So, when the Super Nintendo was on the way, that pretty much gave slim chances of Final Fantasy 2 and 3 ever coming to the US, even though Final Fantasy 2 was being looked into being released. But because the Super Nintendo was being worked on, the focus was shifted onto the Super Nintendo. That's also one of the reasons why Earthbound Beginnings didn't get released physically on the Nintendo Entertainment System, even though it was fully translated. Now, when Final Fantasy IV came out on the Super Nintendo, we got Final Fantasy IV. But because we never got 2 and 3, they decided to renumber Final Fantasy IV as Final Fantasy II. And then when Final Fantasy V got released in Japan, it was being considered for release in the United States. The problem was that someone in Nintendo thought, well, Final Fantasy V seems too damn hard. And so that's why Final Fantasy V never got here. And then, of course, Squaresoft released Final Fantasy Mystic Quest, which is piss poor easy, or more like piss poor in difficulty, but it was considered way too fucking easy for its own good. And that didn't turn out so well. In fact, it wasn't well received. And so, when Final Fantasy VI came out, we finally, we managed to get it. But because we didn't get the 5th installment, as well as Final Fantasy IV being renumbered Final Fantasy II, they renumbered the game as Final Fantasy III. And that was the last time a Final Fantasy game got renumbered for the sake of avoiding confusion. But when you see Final Fantasy III on the title, keep in mind this is really Final Fantasy VI. And you know what? You already know this because the category on this stream is titled Final Fantasy VI. Everyone that's played this game knows this is Final Fantasy VI, not Final Fantasy III. And yet some people will say, oh, Final Fantasy III for the Super Nintendo. Well, you're technically right. It is labeled as Final Fantasy III, but it's not truly the third game in the series. Excuse me, to be more specific, it's not truly the third mainline Final Fantasy title. It's really Final Fantasy VI. Whatever. It doesn't matter. Everyone knows that this is Final Fantasy VI. And who's texting me? Who just texted? Oh, it's Sonia. I can wait. Okay, my category better not be on Earthbound Beginnings, because that's not the game I'm playing. Nope, it says Final Fantasy VI. Good. So yeah, anyway, before I play the Pixel Remaster, I would like to play through the Super Nintendo version first, just to kind of get an idea of, so I can kind of pay attention to what changes were being made. That's kind of one of my reasons, but beside that, I'm playing through this because I want to give this a proper playthrough via live stream. So, yeah. That's that. So, just let me get set up real quick, and then I will begin this wonderful game that I have loved for so many years. Like, I remembered, like I said, when I played the Game Boy Advance part, which is how I got into it, I don't have that cartridge anymore because I actually let a friend borrow it, and I told her that she can borrow that game indefinitely, and if I decide that, or essentially what happened is that at that time I got into the Super Nintendo version, and then after that I just said, yeah, I mean, I never went back to the Game Boy Advance version, and if I ever come back to the Game Boy Advance port, I'll just stream it. But I'm not gonna ask for that game back. I don't need it. You know, it's not the version I prefer anymore. And yes, she can have that game if she wants, even though I'll just apologize in advance, like just saying sorry, it's not the best version. But I mean, if you still want to get the story intact, just go ahead and play it. Just keep in mind this is not the ideal version I would recommend. So yeah, I still have my Game Boy games of 4 and 5 though. And I actually enjoy the Game Boy Advance port of Final Fantasy IV, even though graphically it's based on the Wonder Swan color version. Okay, let me just check something real quick. Okay, just a moment. I would like to. Give me a moment. I want to check something real quick. Hold on. I actually want to delete my save file. I do believe there is a way to do that. So let me double check. Okay, hold on. Just give me a moment. Okay, I'm actually gonna do something real quick. I'm probably gonna have to do this manually. I wish there was a way I could do that. Okay, what is this? What's in my inventory? It's probably Final Fantasy VI Pixel Remaster stuff. Hold on. Yeah, I know I've wasted about nearly 20 minutes just messing around with shit, but just give me a moment while I'm figuring this out. Alright. Alright, hold on. I gotta look for the damn thing. This is kind of a pain in the ass. Just a few moments. Where is it? Oh my god, why is this such a pain in the ass? Is this it? Okay. Alright. Alright. And you know what? I'm not going to worry about trying to modify the file. I'm just going to go ahead and start this. I'm trying. I've tried. I don't know how to do that kind of shit. Oh wait. Let's see. Okay, I am gonna use it. I'm gonna turn on the achievements on this one. Alright. Okay, did I already do this one before? If I did, I'm gonna restart the... Alright, I'm not gonna start this just yet. Just give me a moment. Okay, good. Now, do I have the achievements on? And let's see. Oh, I do have some of them unlocked. Fuck. I have one of them unlocked. Okay. So I got one of them unlocked. It's actually one of the moments. And yeah, and if I was to do all the achievements on this, I would have to play this again or something, but that's only for like a challenge. So if I'm going to play this again, it's going to be the like a, what you call it? All right. So what I'm gonna do real quick, just a moment. All right. Achievements. I'm gonna put active on, because that way I can gain the. All right. Okay, I'm ready to go. Anyway, here we go. Final Fantasy VI for the Super Nintendo. Alright, let's do this. Let's play this greatness. I fucking love this opening. Can't get enough of it. That's stuttering a little bit, but... Alright. Here we go. Here's a new game. my god, this game is so good. This is how, I mean, honestly, when I started playing this, I was like, oh, okay, this game's gonna be pretty good, huh? Like, this is gonna be pretty interesting. Wish the damn thing wasn't hiccuping so much. Here's... Do I even need to explain this opening sequence here? I don't think so. Such a great fucking sequence. I love this. Alright. Now, I am gonna repeat it, or, you know, I am gonna take a look at these achievements. Okay, so I just gotta take care of, that one. Spending too much time. What the hell? How do I fucking do that? Okay. Yeah, we'll do that one. Make, ban, and ride a chocobo. What the fuck? Okay, so let's see. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, 60, 61, 62, 63, 64, 65, 66, 67, 68, 69, 70, 71, 72, 76, 77, 78, 79, 80, 81, 82, 83, 84, 85, 86, 87, 88, 89, 90, 91, 92, 93, 94, 95, 96, 97, 98, 99, 100, 101. Holy shit, 101 achievements on this fucker. Well, I'm probably not going to get them all in this playthrough, but if I am going to get the rest at any point, it's going to be for another playthrough, like challenges or some shit like that. There we go. Now, hold on a second. Oh, for fuck's sake. Okay, there we go. There we go. Alright. I'm just gonna light these fuckers on fire. Oh shit, I probably need to heal. Heal, heal. Heal. That was quick. There we go. I'm gonna check the achievements again, just... Alright. Destroy Welk's armored shell. Alright. Okay, I'm gonna save state here, just in case I don't get this right. There we go. Boss theme. A good boss theme at that matter, too. Hold on a sec, I got a voicemail somehow. Hold on. Okay, just give me a moment because for some reason I'm trying to get my voicemail and it's not wanting to do anything. So just give me a few moments. I'm sorry for the having to do this real quick. Like I just got voicemail, just so I want to at least see what it is in case it's important. So be right back. Alright, I'm back. Well, for some reason, my voicemail's not working, and I tried doing some test calls and nothing's working. So I don't know who's trying to reach me. So sorry for having this paused for a long time right now. It's just, I'm trying to figure something out. Not sure if my phone's fucking up or what. Oh shit. a second. Hold on, I'm having... yeah, I just got a message from Sony. She was wondering if she could call me, but I told her, hey, my phone's having fucking technical difficulties because I'm having trouble trying to call. I'm having trouble getting my fucking voicemail to work. Okay, I'm gonna start fast forwarding through this part. Alright, hold on a second here. Yeah, so Shell Shock has something to do with beating Welk by depleting all the HP from his shell, not the body. There we go. I did not mean to do that. Fuck. Let me guess, I don't get the achievement for that, do I? Nope, I don't. So I'm supposed to kill this guy with... Oh, man. What? You know, I don't understand why they make you do that. Like, I get it. It's a challenge. But, man, that is such... That's a weird fucking achievement to do early. Yeah, there's an achievement where it requires the shell to be depleted of health. That's what I'm doing. Okay, I'm save state here. This is just taking forever, man. Oh, I got him! Oh, no experience for that shit? Okay, so I'm gonna have the names all capitalized since the other, NPCs got their names capitalized. Okay, just a second. I'm gonna check achievements real quick because I want to know what's next. Elixir and a clock. Oh. Hold on. Alright. Hold on a second. I'm gonna see if my phone will work this time. Alright, be right back. Okay, I'm back. And I'm sorry if I was gone for a while. I trying to figure out what's going on with my phone because I I've been trying to access my voicemail, nothing. I tried to call a friend or two, nothing. Like the fucking thing is not working properly. So yeah. That's what's going on. Okay, after this section I'm gonna head out. Yeah, I would continue a little bit longer, but I'm having technical issues with my phone, so I wanna look up and see if I can find a way to fix it. Because I'm having trouble trying to get the thing to work. And I remember my brother used to have that issue. I used to have that. Not used to. My brother had that issue when his previous phone got replaced. So I'm starting to wonder if my phone's having problems trying to reach me. So I don't know why a phone would just start malfunctioning like that. Like, I don't get it. Like, I'm also thinking it could be a cell tower thing, but hell if I know, because I got Wi-Fi working. Could be a cell tower issue going on. I'll have to figure that out. But I can't really. But I'm also expected at a friend's house at some point. Besides, my brother might be coming home soon. I need to eat lunch before I head out, so that's why I'm gonna head out after this. I don't. All right. There we go. Okay. There we go. Come on! Shit! Who's a good boy? Got him. Okay, what's the next achievement I can get? I see. Alright. Alright, I'm gonna head off now. I got some stuff to look into at the moment, and I'm gonna try to see if I can try to figure out what's going on with my phone, because again, I'm having trouble trying to get my voicemail through, and then I can't find a way to call anyone, so I gotta figure out how to fix this. So anyway, that's gonna do it for Final Fantasy VI for today. I will continue this maybe tomorrow after Final Fantasy VII. We'll see. But for now, I gotta figure out how to fix my phone and also other plans and all that. But anyway, no one really showed up for this session unless someone did show up. Well, then again, I was gone for a few times because, again, trying to figure out what's wrong with my phone. Because I got like 3 voice messages and I can't access it. So, I gotta figure out what's wrong with it. Anyway, till next time, TC.